games. That's what he said.
I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this. So we go off every week right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions? A cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It's Monday, and we are on at a new time. It's 7 p.m., just a bit outside, a radio show. I am your host, Kescia, and across from me, I have the man that has more drama than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm just confused because last week I was over there, now I'm back over here.
Drama. This is my dude, Mark Foster, in the building. What's going on, Mark?
Just excited for tonight.
Yes, tonight we have an awesome, shall I say, action-packed show.
Action-packed, full of adventure and mystique. I don't know. We're
going to go just a bit inside. We're going to go just a bit outside the realm of sports. I mean, we're going to be popping with local love tonight, you guys. We have Davon Fleming. Contestant of NBC's Emmy Award-winning singing competition, The Voice. Yes, we are very excited about having Davon to come on and chop it up with us tonight.
Yeah, we put the audition video on the show's page, and he turned all 4 chairs in like 15 seconds. So we're excited just to like you said, chop it up with him, talk to him, and find out his experience on the blind audition and going forward.
Nice. And we also are very pleased to announce that we have Nick Gill, athletic director of Mercy High School. He's going to be on tonight as well. And also 2 football coaches from Mount St. Joseph High School. We have Bryant Jones and Joe Jenkins in the building as well.
It should be interesting. We get a lot of the high school football love here.
Yeah, we do. And you know, like that was one of I wanted that to be one of my main focuses when we started this thing, was to, show local love, highlight, we wanted to highlight high school sports, to give a platform for those guys that, deserve more of a platform.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get into what was going on around town this weekend as well as this upcoming week. We had the Pigtown Festival. It was the 16th annual Pigtown Festival that took place on Saturday in historic Southwest Baltimore. Have you ever attended a Pigtown Festival?
I have not.
I have not either.
I want to. It sounds cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those things that if you're from Baltimore, you just got to do it like at least once, you guys. And it's a great street festival that has live music, food trucks, arts and crafts. So it's a nice family event. And like I said, it went down this Saturday. And I think they do like some type of little piggy run.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's what I heard. So maybe next year we'll go out there and see if we can run with the piggies. For my brew drinkers, it is Baltimore Beer Week. Mark is a brew drinker. I am a brew drinker. So I'm pretty sure between the two of us, we'll be hitting up at least one event this upcoming week. The kickoff, well, actually, this is the 9th annual Baltimore Beer Week, and they have events going down all week. The kickoff was Saturday at M&T Bank Stadium, which I thought was pretty cool. And it's sponsored by various breweries and a few local breweries. Some of my favorites, Heavy Seas, which is a big favorite in Baltimore, as well as the newly opened Brass Tap, which is in the Mount Vernon area. It's right across the street from the Lyric.
Okay.
So that's in my neck of the woods. And to get more information on Baltimore Beer Week and the events that's going on, check out www.baltimorebeerweek.com. Okay, so let's jump inside a little bit to in the realm of sports. We have our WTF moment of the week, sponsored by Howard and the Green Bay Packers. Our WTF moment of the week is the Aaron Rodgers story. Aaron Rodgers.
I think I just heard Howard yell from here.
Yeah, I think I did too. And, like, Howard, I want you to gather up all of your tears in a little cup so I can drink them later.
That'd be a couple of gallons.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So basically what happened was Aaron Rodgers broke his collarbone from a hit by Anthony Barr of the Minnesota Vikings in the first quarter of the game yesterday. So he, along with the Packers, are most likely done for the season, I believe. Have you heard any updates on that?
Most likely out for the season. They're still not committing to the entire season. A couple years ago, he broke the collarbone, but it was on the left side. This time it's the throwing arm, so you got to figure they'll want him definitely healed up entirely before they even risk bringing him back on the field. And if it's 6-7 weeks, they might be in not a position to go even make a playoff run. So why even bring him back? Just let him rehab.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that. And, like you were saying, 6-7 weeks you were thinking ahead about what position they could possibly be in the NFC. And it's my understanding that they only have one backup quarterback, which is a little interesting to me. And it's a guy by the name of Brett Hundley.
Hundley, yep.
Yeah.
I think he's a 3-year vet out of
UCLA. 3 years. I did some reading up on him. I've never really heard of him before. But I'm starting to hear some names being thrown around. And the first name that I heard that could be a possible replacement, or possibly the Green Bay Packers might reach out to this gentleman, Tony Romo.
I heard that because he's a Wisconsin native.
Yeah, Tony Romo. And, Tony Romo, you guys, if you don't know, has been doing some NFL analysis. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have seriously been enjoying him as a commentator for the games.
Most of the time I do enjoy it, but sometimes he's just like, dude. And I think his broadcast partner, who's the one that they pair him up with?
Is it
Vern Lundquist? No.
Oh gosh, I forget the guy's name.
He seems annoyed sometimes by Tony.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably is, because Tony's been getting a lot of love. I mean, they've been calling him, he's only been doing this, 2 months now, and they're calling him all kind of gurus and whatnot. And this guy's like, hey, I've been here for the past 5-6 years.
Romo is definitely in player mode when he's calling these games, though.
Yeah.
He's like, come out of that pocket, you're just, like, dude, chill.
Another name that's been thrown around that the Green Bay Packers and hopefully the Baltimore Ravens, but we'll get more into that later, that could possibly reach out to Colin Kaepernick. Did you hear that one?
I've heard that, but also with his filing a grievance with the NFL.
Yeah.
They say pretty much that ends his career.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I guess we're going to talk more about that later as well.
One name I heard as a definite no for the Packers just turned 48 over the weekend.
Oh, God.
Brett Favre.
Of course, I should have known that he was going to make his way into the headlines as soon as Aaron Rodgers went down. But hell to the now.
Now, did you see the hit that?
I did not.
It was actually a clean tackle. There's nothing dirty about it.
Good.
And he kind of came down in his arm on his own. So I think he bears as much blame as Barr. But I heard some people saying, "Oh, it was a dirty tackle." Nah, it was clean. It was just an unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure those are some booty hurt Green Bay fans talking there.
Cheeseheads.
Right. Limburger. Tonight we have a football game, Monday Night Football. We have what I think is going to be a pretty good game. I know both of these teams are 2-3, but I feel like it's a pretty good matchup, and it might just be an interesting game. We have a game between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. What are your thoughts on that game, Mark?
I know the Titans tied for the division last year, but it used to be Monday Night Football was the marquee matchup of the week, and that became Sunday Night Football. So I'm wondering what joker scheduling these games is like, let's put this Colts versus Titans on Monday night.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any appeal. The Colts, like I said, I don't like Luck, and I think they're just hapless right now.
Are they going with Luck?
I don't know.
Right now?
I don't even know.
Yeah, we're going to update that you guys on as the night goes along, because I believe it's is it a game time decision?
I think so.
That's what I keep hearing.
And I've heard game time decision for Mariota, but then also I've heard that he is playing, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think Marcus Mariota is playing, and we all know he is coming off of that injury that kept him sidelined. What, like
a week?
A game and a half.
Yeah.
And everybody already knows Andrew Luck has been out, and I have been doing a little talking about Jacoby Brissett, who has stepped up and has done, pretty decently. I mean, they got a win last week, correct? And, it's actually an OT win against the 49ers.
Yeah.
That's right. And I remember we had that discussion. I really didn't get a chance to talk about how I was correct in my prediction that the LA Chargers would get that win, and I have no idea what you guys were thinking about the San Francisco 49ers.
But like you said, that game went into overtime.
It did.
San Francisco got close to getting that win.
I still want to give myself the kudos. And there's a couple of notes that I kind of want to talk about with this Monday Night Football game. Historically, T.Y. Hilton kills the Titans. Okay. Last season, this time of the year, he had 7 catches, 133 yards. He has 2 100-plus yard games against the Tennessee Titans. So, it'll be good to see, if T.Y. Hilton still has it, if he will still go out there and be in beast mode, and to see how Marcus Mariota, responds to this injury, gets back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for this game?
Well, going into this, like you said, they've been dominant against the Titans. They're actually writing in a 11-game win streak against the Titans, which that is amazing. But then I look, and the Colts are 0-2 on the road this year, and they have a point differential of 63.
That's correct.
They've scored 100, or actually they haven't even scored 100. They've got 97 points for and 159 against. I'm going with the Titans on this one, and I think it's not even going to be close. 27-15.
27-15. I am going with the Tennessee Titans as well. You said 27-15?
Yep.
Okay. I think my prediction for the game is a little bit closer than that. I am going... What do my notes say here? Yeah, I'm going 2016.
Okay.
Tennessee. Yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated on that as the night goes along. Let's switch gears here and talk a little bit about Major League Baseball. Postseason action going on right now. We had the ALCS and the NLCS. I want to take a few minutes to talk about both. Have you been watching the ALCS? I've been watching the games, man. This is my favorite time of year when it comes to Major League Baseball.
I've been paying attention. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one thing about the ALCS, I just this whole Major League season, we've been talking about how it's been the year of the home run.
Yep.
We've had hella offense. I mean, we've had two rookies that have been consistently knocking it out of the park. My guy, Cody Bellinger, his guy, Aaron Judge. And for the ALCS between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees, I feel like batting, no, it's all right, run it. Batting is not the thing here. It's all about the pitching. But when we come back, we're going to talk more about that, talk about the NLCS as well. We got Davon Fleming on deck. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time, and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Weird, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room.
Fell asleep.
Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little boy with the glasses. I didn't watch the show, so don't be mad at me. Don't send me no daggum messages. The little boy with the glass, Millhouse, that was his name. He showed him a cave, and it says, when you're asked to show around the new coworker, and it says, "This is where I come to cry." Cool.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
About the pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids, and when you got a wife, and then you doing everything, and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time, and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Weird, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room.
Fell asleep.
Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little boy with the glasses. I didn't watch the show, so don't be mad at me. Don't send me no daggum messages. The little boy with the Millhouse, that was his name. He's showing him a cave, and it says, when you're asked to show around the new coworker, and it says, this is where I come to cry. Cool.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good
at. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to that song on BeExposedRadio.com. We were just finished up a little Monday Night Football preview, then we were starting to get into the MLB playoffs. One game going on in the MLB playoffs tonight, a little bit after 8 starts. It's the Astros versus the Yankees, which is what we were talking about. So, you were talking about how it's been a lot more about pitching than hitting this series.
Yeah, I was saying how, it's pretty much been the year of the home run in Major League Baseball. And, pitching has really been the key. And, when it comes to postseason baseball in October, I think that's really the key to having success in making that next step into the World Series. Stellar pitching. That's the only way that you get through. And the matchup between the Houston Astros and the Yankees, I think, is proving just that. I want to pat myself on the back again because this was also the matchup that I predicted and the matchup that I wanted to see for the ALCS. I was very eager to see how the Yankees bats would respond against the hot arms of Houston. And so far, we're through 2 games. Yankees ain't doing much hitting.
Aaron Judge isn't doing much hitting.
Well, I feel like there's only one Yankee that's really hitting, and that's Didi Gregorius.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Dallas Keuchel. That's my man. I get sensitive about that. Love me some Dallas Keuchel. He pitched game 1. Justin Verlander pitched game 2. There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least 1 strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. And then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
Yeah.
Dallas Keuchel in game 1, he went 7 innings and fanned 10. Okay? And Dallas Keuchel and Justin Verlander have 2 different styles. Dallas Keuchel is more strategic. He had the Yankees chasing the ball all night long game 1.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander came out and did the damn thing. I mean, he pitched a complete game, struck out 13. His strikes to ball ratio was like 2.8 to 1, something like that.
Wow.
I mean, it was really crazy, and I felt like the Yankees didn't do a good job of adjusting because Justin Verlander has a different style of pitching. Dallas Keuchel is more of a finesse, strategic type of guy, puts it in places where you can't hit the ball. Dallas Keuchel is just all power. He just throws that thing and gets it, gets the ball past you. I mean, even in the 9th inning, he was still hitting like 96, 98, miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Like I said a little bit earlier, I just feel like the Yankees really aren't hitting the ball. Aaron Judge's postseason average is $129, which is very low.
You think about it, towards the end of the season too, he was kind of trailing off to like the last month and a half or so. So you wonder if it's just a continuation of that. As a rookie, is he just worn out, or did he put everything into the first half of the season and he's just that kind of guy?
Yeah. So that game starts tonight at 8:00, right?
8:08.
Yep. So we'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Let's take a few minutes to talk about the NLCS, which is between the Cubs and the Dodgers. I think you got that one.
Yeah.
Pat yourself on the back. And this is actually a rematch from last year's NLCS. I mean, I feel like this is the year of rematches. NBA, WNBA, now Major League Baseball. Pitching was the factor again, I believe, in Game 1. Their ace, Clayton Kershaw, I believe he lasted only five innings. He gave up 2 runs. So he really didn't do a great job. But the Dodgers relief came in there, picked up the pieces, held the Cubs scoreless the rest of the way, and the bats did the job. Yasiel Puig is playing excellent baseball right now. I feel like he's matured over the years. Less antics, more production.
Yeah.
So
you look at where the Cubs started the season, and everyone was like, these guys are the world champions. Like, what the hell happened? So for them to get to the NLCS, as amazing as it is, and I picked them to win. I think I had them. Did I have a rematch again for the series? Them in Cleveland? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. What?
It's going to be a big series. I know they're up 2-0. The Dodgers are, but I think Cubs are going to
Hey, really quickly, Joe Madden lost Game 2. He pulled the Buck Showalter, yo. Yeah. Can't believe he we'll talk more about that in a minute. You guys don't go anywhere. We got Davon Fleming on deck. And we also have Nick Gill, athletic director of Mercy High School. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
I'm in a relationship. My girl happens to be long distance. So with that being said,
I beat my thing like it owes me money.
Sorry.
Because I asked that because so many people are not comfortable.
Here's my thing. It's mine.
That's right.
And you need to know yourself before you can have somebody please. If you can't tell nobody how to please you, if you don't know how to please yourself.
That's right.
You know what you like. You know what you like. You know the stroke, all that. So you're right. And I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's your body. Yeah, I'm over here struggling with the ear.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you today. I'm glad you today, brother.
Oh, this thing going to drop. It's going to drop about at least like 5 times.
I'm over there struggling.
So ED, do you have a problem with masturbating?
No, I don't. I don't masturbate often because I have a fear of going blind. So, yes. When
going
I found, yes.
You could go blind from
yes. I read about it. Is that true? No. It's not true.
It's not.
Okay.
Because I was going to say I should have been blind a long time ago.
Let me drop some knowledge on you real quick.
I was just playing.
But
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. to Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening is not the noun, it's the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside on Be Exposed Radio. As always, thank you for listening to us every Monday. Whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, the TuneIn app, the Radio Loyalty app, we appreciate you being here. If you want to join the conversation, join the chat on Facebook, give us a call, 410-702-5657. Kescia?
Okay, as you can see, we have a guest in the studio right now. We have Mr. Nick Gill, Athletic Director of Mercy High School. My alma mater, by the way.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
I told you about your phone and hear my phone going off. Okay, so how you doing tonight, Mick?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Had some good practices today. Was at the office, picked up my wife, and headed over to the studio. So I'm really excited to be here.
Shout out to the wifey who is in the studio as well, supporting her man. Okay, let's get into our interview. Nick, how did you become the athletic director of Mercy High School?
It's I guess a little bit of an interesting story. So I was previously working at Friends School of Baltimore.
Right.
I was the assistant director of admission and girls varsity soccer coach for about 5 years. And I had always worked very closely with their athletic director, who at the time was Greg Whitley.
Okay.
And I was kind of the bridge between admission and athletics at Friends. So I got a very good taste of everything that went on in athletics behind the scenes. And, athletics is a passion of mine. It's been something that I've been around my entire life. A position opened up for athletic director at Mercy, and I said, I'm going to take a shot in the dark, and I'm going to apply for this job and see what happens. And Mercy took a chance on me, so I'm very thankful, for Mercy for taking a chance on. At the time I was 28 years old, the youngest athletic director in the IAAM, and I couldn't be happier with where I am.
One thing that Kescia mentioned is that you're very social media savvy.
Yes.
Tell us about your media outlets and your interest in social media.
Sure. So I've always had an interest in social media. It's a really good way to reach a large mass of people. And in my opinion, we are in one of the toughest conferences when it comes to recruiting student athletes to your school. And I think that by being so present on social media like we are, it makes it cool to play sports at Mercy, and that's ultimately what I want. I want middle schoolers to look at Mercy and say, that's really cool what they're doing. I want to be that. I want to be on their Instagram, on their Twitter. Frankly, we're doing things at the high school level that I haven't seen any other high schools, certainly not in the state, do what we do. Some try to copy what we do, and it's interesting. It makes me laugh. It's funny, but we are definitely the leader in Maryland in sports marketing for our student athletes through social media, and I'd argue in the country. We're doing what some Division I colleges are doing. So it's a really good platform for our kids, and really just for the school community as a whole. You can look at our stuff on @MagicAthletics on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, and you said you're on Instagram and you're also on Twitter and
Yep.
of course on Facebook as well.
Yep,
correct?
Mercy High School on Facebook. We push everything through our school page on Facebook, so Mercy High School Baltimore. And then Instagram is @MagicAthletics, and Twitter's the same handle.
Awesome. You mentioned that you have been coaching at Friends School, and you've been quoted as wanting to run the program like a professional organization.
Sure.
Professional organization. What are some of the tactics that you use to accomplish this?
It was about, when I was coaching at Friends, it was about getting the kids to invest in the program. And I wanted them to be treated like any top college would treat their athletes. And so I took it upon myself to do some things that would make them just buy in more. And something small that I consider small was, so we got full practice kits for the team. And then I took it a step further and said, okay, I'll tell you what, because every coach deals with, any team that has a practice kit's got to deal with the kids taking it home, having their parents wash it, because unless they're washing their clothes, right? And then bringing it the next day for practice. Right. So I said, I'm just going to cut out the middleman. The parents aren't going to wash the clothes. So I wash and dry their clothes every day. So I would get in there early at 6 o'clock. Everybody had their own little laundry bag, little mesh bag. We had a laundry bin. They put it in the bin. I washed, dried it. It was laying on their locker room seat for practice every single day. It's a lot of work, but that's a little bit of the piece of wanting it to be a professional environment, wanting the kids to buy in, and ultimately it worked. It wasn't just that, of course, but it made them feel special. It made them feel a part of something greater. And that's what it was about, is making them really truly buy in. And that's just a small piece, but that's something that you don't see everywhere.
Talk about going the extra mile.
Definitely. Yeah. Were there any of those tactics that you employed at Friends that you found transferred over to Mercy well or didn't transfer?
It was tough, being a coach for so long and then moving to an athletic director, taking a step back and letting the coaches run their programs. And so there's not too many tactics as a coach that was brought over, but I try to instill some of these things. We see my volleyball coach does a great job, Matt Marion, at really getting that professional feel. He does all the practice kits, and I mean, he has 2 or 3 shirts for the kids that are practice kits. So there are some coaches that do, and these are part-time jobs, if that. So I mean, not everybody's required to go the extra mile, but there certainly are a lot of coaches that do. And that's great, because the kids, I think, really buy into that. But again, it's not too many things that I could take from being a coach to an athletic director, but it certainly gives me, being a coach for so long, gives me a good perspective on what high school coaches go through.
Nice. So the Friends School athletic director, Greg, is it Whitley?
Greg Whitley. He's the former athletic director now.
Okay.
So he retired last year.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for updating me on that. He's been cited as being a mentor for you, very influential in your style and the way that you run things at Mercy. 3 years into your own athletic director position, how has that relationship evolved?
So I'm in year 4.
Okay, 4 years
at Mercy. And so the first 3 years, I was able to work with Greg as a peer, which was wonderful. And he took a chance on me when he hired me when I was 24 to coach the varsity school, the varsity soccer team at Friends School, and I was very grateful for that. Became close with him, working with him in admissions, and now Greg is actually a regional rep for AstroTurf, which is a turf company.
Yeah.
So I stay in close contact with him. especially around field needs at Mercy. So we developed a very good friendship, and it started years ago. But I actually talk to him today, so I still keep in pretty close contact with him.
It's great.
Very good. What I read was you had started your coaching career at Calvert Hall.
Correct.
And it seemed like you were there about 7 years. Is that correct?
No. So Calvert Hall, I was there for 3 years.
3 years, okay.
As the assistant varsity coach, and that was right out of college.
Okay.
Andy Moore, who was the coach of Friends School at the time, brought me back and allowed me to serve on his coaching staff. That's really where my love for coaching started to form, is working under Andy Moore. And so I did that for 3 years, had a really good experience, and then was able to get the head varsity girls coaching position at Friends. And that's kind of where the whole Friends School story started until, I got to Mercy. So, Calvert Hall, Friends, Mercy, and then each added its own little experience for me.
So what made you want to transition into an AD role from coaching?
So I wanted to take that drive that I have for really, a high school coach. Yes, it's great to win and lose games, but you want to help shape your student athletes' lives. You want to help make them, strong, good people. And so I got a taste of that coaching, at Calvert Hall, at Friends, and I felt like being an athletic director is something that I could kind of widen that scope and do it on a larger scale. And I'm really enjoying working with the students at Mercy. They're incredible. Mercy's a wonderful school, and our president, Mary Beth Lennon, was new the same year that I came in, and she's just done an outstanding job. And we just have a dynamite team at Mercy. They're fantastic, and it's nice to be able to work with the faculty and staff, but these incredible kids that we have at Mercy, it's really a special place.
Shout out to Mary Beth Lennon and Mary Ella Marion.
The legendary athletic director, Mary Ella Marion.
Ma'am, shout out. And good job. You guys, just from when I went to school there, from 93 to 97, all of the changes to me are just phenomenal. You guys have really done a good job, keeping current, especially you. Everybody, I went back to Mercy for the first time in 20 years, a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And everybody would not stop raving about all of the great work that you have done there. I got to give you your props on that.
There's a whole team, and it's come back more.
I will.
It was good to see you that night at the admission event.
Yeah. So, you want to round out with the last question? You got another question?
No, I think that's Phase 5 is kind of your area.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, you want to get into that?
Sure.
All right. Well, what we do here is we do a thing called the Just a Bit Outside Fave 5. And we give our guests a category, and they give us their favorite 5 on the topic. Okay. And we've been corresponding with each other over the past couple of weeks, and I know that you are a huge soccer fan.
I am.
Yes. So that's our camera right up there, so everybody can see your handsome face. Give everybody your fave 5 all-time soccer players.
Fave 5 all-time soccer players. This was really tough for me.
Everybody says it. That's their thing. It's so tough.
And it's because I'm a rabid Tottenham Hotspur fan.
Okay.
So it was even hard for me to go outside of that organization.
Mm-hmm.
But number one, just because I have a very close relationship with him. He's been one of my best friends my whole life. And he's retired. He had a brief stint professionally. He played in Argentina, Portugal, and then for the Baltimore Blast would be Marco Mangione.
Wow.
Calvert Hall, Towson University. This kid is a phenomenal player. He scored. You can look it up on YouTube if you type in Marco Mangione playoff Blast goal. It'll probably come up. He scored one of the greatest goals in indoor soccer history in a Blast game probably 4 or 5 years ago. So that's my number one all time, just because he's somebody that I've seen up close, worked with. I used to train Marco, and he's one of the better players to ever come out of Baltimore.
Awesome.
So number 2 would be getting right into Tottenham, would be Dimitar Berbatov.
Nice.
He's a Bulgarian guy. It really gave me the love for Tottenham watching him play in his early years before he jumped ship to Man United, which broke my heart. But Berbatov would be number 2. Number 3 would probably be a Manchester United legend in Eric Cantona, French player, considered one of the best players of all time. And if anybody's interested, you type in Eric Cantona highlights on YouTube, you'll be blown away.
Definitely check that one out.
4 would be Dani Alves, Spanish outside back, played for Barcelona in his prime. When I played in high school and college, I played outside back, and he was somebody that I would try to model my game after. And then number 5 would be Harry Kane, who is Tottenham's current starting center forward and one of the best strikers in the world. So he's been really fun to watch. He's still a young guy, and I'm hoping Tottenham can hold on to him because Real Madrid's coming calling, and when Madrid comes calling, it's hard to turn down the money they offer. So we'll see if Tottenham can hold on to him.
Nice. I have a very good friend, Woody. I'm shouting you out right now. Who is a really big Coys fan?
Yeah, that's fine.
What are your thoughts on that squad?
So, I'm a very optimistic Spurs fan. Mm-hmm. So they have on paper a team that can compete for the Premier League title this year. Mm-hmm. It's a little interesting. They're having a new stadium being built, so they're playing at Wembley Stadium. And while it seems to be the same, because they have home field fans there, they're not as used to playing at Wembley as they were their old stadium, which was White Hart Lane. So they've dropped some points to teams they shouldn't drop to at home, and that's going to hurt them in the title race. So I think that they're good enough to win the Premier League this year, but it remains to be seen if they can overtake teams like Chelsea and Man City, who's currently leading the Premier League, because they're running into a little bit of trouble dropping some points at home, where other teams don't drop points at home.
All right. Do we have a couple of? Do we have some comments for tonight? I believe his mom.
Hey, Mom.
All right, let's shout out Nick's mom, who's watching right now. Hi, Mom. Let's continue with some more soccer talk. I mean, the big thing right now is, of course, the U.S. men's soccer team. Oh, all right, well, we're going to hold that thought. You guys don't go anywhere. We're going to talk soccer and U.S. men's team and NFL when we come back. Let's fit outside. Nick, Mark.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice. Ooh, it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was
that rubbing alcohol. What brand?
I love back then. I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc vodka and
no, the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my drink.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I loved the bottle.
You can light it on fire.
The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor, and we was talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I was bust out laughing. I got ching, ling, 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 glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all though. I had to
because you had your body.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't have any hair back then.
Oh,
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope. I was just fine. I was like, oh, your glass broke, and it was winter, dead of winter.
Check more of these funny moments out when you tune into BigExposedRadio.com.
It's time for flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was
just
just
a long one, right? You know. But it's always something that you can.
Go ahead, listen. Can you recollect any signs that you might like?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
They're Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait. Hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? But show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? Out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this make that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just to Go Outside, BeExposedRadio.com. We were talking with Nick Gill from Mercy High School earlier, and talk started going towards the U.S. soccer team. Have you been paying attention to all that drama going on?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Now, I found really interesting the quote that suddenly popped up. It was said in September by Alexi Lawless, but now it's getting a lot of media play with the exit from the World Cup.
Yeah.
Do you think Lawless was pretty much on point?
I could talk all day about what I think is wrong with this U.S. national team.
Come on, give it to us.
I still know a lot of people involved in levels of U.S. soccer, so I'm going to have to be careful what I say. But they need a different approach, for sure. Of course, that's easy to say now, retrospectively, but I've been saying that for about 10 years now. Now everybody's going to take notice, and change will hopefully happen. But unfortunately, it took us not qualifying for a World Cup, and I think this is the first time we haven't qualified since '86, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe in the long run, this will be a good thing. But in my opinion, for an overhaul, it's going to take 30 years for our soccer organization to be truly overhauled. But yes, it's very unfortunate that the U.S. I can't believe I'm even saying that the U.S. men's soccer team did not qualify for the World Cup. But in the long run, maybe this will actually help soccer grow here.
Let me ask you a question, and this is just basically like a general opinion. Do you think the quality of play? Obviously the quality of play is not that great, but do you think the quality of play that declined a little bit is due to a decline in interest in U.S. soccer, or?
No, I think interest is at an all-time high. I think that the other teams we're playing against are getting better, and we're staying the same. If you look at the MLS rosters, they're filled with South Americans. And so these countries are coming to the United States to play professional soccer,
right,
using our system to get better and then beating us in qualifying.
Absolutely.
So the MLS has become popular enough to where they're sending their best players here to play. So it's what do you got? What can you do? You have to figure out a way to keep evolving, and the South American teams are evolving that way. I mean, you look at there's Panamanians on many MLS rosters, and that used to never be the case.
Shout out to my girl Cindy Perez, who was from Panama and a big fan.
There you go.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's so many different dynamics in this situation, and so there's definitely no quick fix or no one snap right answer. You're not just going to get a coach in here that's going to be, a savior for U.S. soccer and everything's going to change immediately.
Right.
In my opinion, it's got to be changed from the ground up, and I don't have all the answers, but that's the opinion of a soccer fan that's been following U.S. soccer for a very long time.
Awesome. Now the new coach, what is his name?
Bruce, former coach. He's
Former
resigned,
coach, right?
but Bruce Arena.
Okay, so they didn't.
He resigned.
But did they fill the position yet with him?
No.
Okay, they haven't. Has there been any talk of who could potentially fill that position?
There has been.
Okay.
So there's been names thrown around. A couple of U.S. guys. I can't remember his name's escaping me, but the former coach at Akron.
Okay.
Who's been successful at he coaches professionally now. He's been successful at every level. They've talked about a couple of coaches from Europe to come in. So again, I don't know the right answer, and we've tried many different things. We've tried Klinsmann. We had Bradley before that. We thought Bruce Arena could come in and at least keep the ship steady to qualify, and then I'm sure their thoughts were reassessing the situation after we qualified. Bruce Arena came back and got us through, but that didn't work out. And it's unfortunate it didn't work out. It took a lot of craziness to happen. I mean, I think it was Panama was, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Panama was given a goal that actually didn't even happen in the game. Yeah. So.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
So that Panama needed to win. A number of things needed to happen, so it was the perfect storm for the U.S. not to qualify, which of course that storm came and
full
hadn't
circle.
happened. Yeah,
full circle.
But there's Panama won 2-1. I believe it was Panama, and they were given a goal that the referees thought went in, but it actually didn't go in. Wow. And so
that's rough.
So the U.S. essentially, they didn't deserve to qualify. If you lose to Trinidad and Tobago, who you're supposed to be better than. No matter how many times you play them, you're supposed to beat them every time. You're the USA, but they didn't, and the other teams won that needed to win that knocked the U.S. out. So, while that's unfortunate that Panama was given a goal that actually didn't go in, they didn't deserve to qualify at the same time. So
who do you think, with the World Cup like right around the corner, who do you think has the best chance to win it all?
Germany, of course.
They're always around.
That's the safe, easy pick. But I will be cheering for England.
Okay. All right. Is that the music, Eric? You cutting us off? Well, there you have it. Look, Nick, man, it has been a pleasure talking to you, and I'm hoping that you'll come back and chop it up with us when it's time for that big Mercy IND game.
Now we're talking February 2nd.
That's right. Okay, there we go. So, I'm working on getting IND in here. So we'll have them come in here, and then we'll have both of you guys come in and square off and talk a lot of trash, and we'll get it in real greasy that day.
That sounds good. I can do that.
All right, guys. Nick Gill is about to leave the building. Up next, we have the Davon Fleming from NBC's The Voice. We're gonna get our vocals on, y'all. Woo!
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is gone. Food. I
New
need
Year.
food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio. Give me a call and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them.
Yeah.
So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
Talent-wise.
No doubt.
On this show. We got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP, actually, October 28th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's called Life.
Life.
Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first, it's 8 songs on the project.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project.
Okay.
Everything else has been singles. So
you're singing your own music now?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee.
Okay.
With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware.
Okay.
And it was fun. I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right.
No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. It's more work than what I expected. Honestly, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. We want to thank Nick Gill once again for coming in, Mercy High School Athletic Director. Such a great time having to speak with him. But we're going to move on. And right now we are joined by 4-time Emmy Award-winning The Voice from NBC, contestant Davon Fleming.
Hey.
Straight from Baltimore.
So pumped right now.
Oh, no. Thank you guys for having me. Oh, my
I can't
God.
help myself, yo. I'm like on 1,000 right now. Woo!
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here, man. It's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. Look, he is in the building with his awesome hair and like a wonderful personality. Like we're in here having a good time already, you guys.
Already.
So, feel free to call in, feel free to comment. We're going to try to get all of your comments going. Man, okay, so let's just do a couple of comments before we get into the interview.
Okay.
Mike McMillan, DJ Delight, the gentleman that is responsible for our music.
Yeah.
You were just bopping a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was getting it, yeah,
Hey,
it was good.
Mike, he's feeling your flow,
Loving
dog.
it, man,
He's feeling
loving
your
it.
flow. So, hey, that's props to you, brother. He says, yo, Joe Flacco sucks. We know about that. We're going to get into that in a little bit. My father is in the building. What's up, Dad? We have Miss Linda, who says, shout out to Nick Gill. I hope you enjoyed that interview, as well as Nick's mother, Patricia. Mom Dukes, hope you enjoyed it. Your son he's a class act.
Now, one of the comments was from Howard. He just threw up a yo-yo, so I'm going to guess he missed our WTF of the week.
Probably, because he wouldn't be yo-yoing right now. Howard's a big fan of the Packers, and they lost Aaron Rodgers this weekend. So, All right, so let's get right into the interview with Davon.
Hey.
Yes, so Davon, you are from Baltimore. Yeah. What part of Baltimore are you from?
I'm from Baltimore City, Park Heights, shorty, every day, all
Yeah,
day. You
shorty!
already know what it's giving, Park Heights. Yeah, definitely. Born and raised. Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's what's up.
All right. I think the first easy question, I mean, other than that, how did you get to be on The Voice?
Yeah.
Well, we started out in February when they came to Baltimore for the first time, and it was the first time that they ever came to Baltimore. So just some friends and myself just decided to go on a whim. I was like, okay, maybe if, but we ended up going, and I was the only one that made it with my friends. And, they started out with 75,000 people auditioning, 75,000 to the top 150 to the top 100. And from that, they randomly called 48 people in a time frame of like 5 days. And we're just all praying and hoping that they call our names, because by this time we had been there for months, back and forth from our hometowns to LA. So it's just like, wow. So the stuff that you guys see now, we have been taping and doing this experience for a long time now. So it's been good.
So your friends that auditioned with you, are they hating on you right now?
No, they love, and they still love me. No, that's the thing. Like my friends, they already know, because even still, the people that went with, like, we always sing background for each other. We always still support each other, even before like The Voice. I've been singing all my life, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to do this full time, and it pays the bills and everything like that. So anything that I do musically, everybody's kind of involved, whether they're playing an instrument or singing background.
Dig it. Second question.
How has your life been different since the blind auditions aired as opposed to when you went through the process of that several months back?
Life has really been crazy.
Yeah,
like,
bet.
if from somebody like me, like I always tell you, I'm from Baltimore, Park Heights. So, and then, I've seen stuff, in a time frame span. Before the show, I had just got finished touring Italy and Switzerland. And right after that, I had sung with Travis Green and Chrisette Michelle at the inauguration. And then right after that, The Voice came. So it's like I'm always looking for what's next. But for this has been the most craziest out of all. Literally, my episode aired on a Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm getting calls like, you're number 20 on the R&B charts. I'm like, yo, this don't even happen to regular artists that have been in the industry for years. You feel me? Here I am looking at DJ Khaled under me and Whitney Houston, my idol, under me. I'm like, this is crazy. Wow. So then I went from number 20 to number 19, and then people were opening up their Xfinity accounts and saw me and Jennifer Hudson, and Hulu accounts, me and Jennifer Hudson. I'm like, y'all really tagged me in this? Listen, it's regular life. I'm thinking I went to Mondawmin the next day. Thinking like, okay, I said, these are my people, we good, we already know what's happening. Like, and some of these people probably don't even watch the show. I'm thinking I got like a few days before they catch up and be like, okay, well, he been on the show. Nah, bruh. I went in T-Mobile to get my phone fixed. A swarm full of people coming, and I'm like, whoa. And at the time, I'm so crazy, I caught a lift, not even thinking. So security comes in, swarm me out, not even knowing who I was. They thinking it's a fight or something probably, but I'm like, hey, no, bro, I know The Voice. This is The Voice. So I'm like, I'm just trying to pay my phone bill. So life has been crazy, but it's been good. I've been getting mad love from everywhere, like from Indonesia, Costa Rica, Mexico, Brazil. Like, there was a victim in the Las Vegas incident who sent me a message and said, oh my God, like, I was really going through a hard time of obviously what's going on. I was just watching the show and heard your voice and felt so much better. It's the stuff like that. That's really humbling to come from nothing and face as much of the adversity as I have faced, to be now a role model and an example and be able to inspire other people. That's the most fulfilling thing.
Ain't God good?
Listen, don't get me shouting around this table.
Oh,
man.
Lord.
That's my roots. But yeah, even with that, like, I'm able to talk about, my faith and, be as transparent as I choose to be on the show. And that's the thing about it. I'm 26 years old, and like people in Baltimore, I'm always known for being the singer, but I'm not new to this. I've been singing for a long time, and before this show, I did a show called Sunday's Best, but I was 18 at the time. So even with that and being able to talk about my faith, I believe in times and seasons, and I think that this is really my season. With that first show, I didn't win. I made the top 20, but it wasn't my time yet. But now I feel like I'm mature enough, I'm old enough, I'm wise enough, and I'm being myself, and America's really loving me for who I am. So that's fulfilling.
Hey, man, that is a beautiful thing. Yeah, that is a beautiful thing. So we all know that you are a huge
I'm on my live.
You live? Hey, we live, baby. We live.
Y'all listen. Whenever y'all in town, listen to Be Exposed Radio. They are treating me lovely up here. It's looking mad dope up here. Get into everything. Can I sign y'all wall before I leave?
Oh, we already got you. We got you, boo. We got you. Look, we got you.
She got my pen ready. This is so dope.
So we know that you are a big Whitney Houston fan.
Listen, that's my mother right there. You know, represent. Rest in peace, Whitney. I love you.
Okay. Whitney Hutton, we love you, baby. So, tell me, how did you decide on Amy Winehouse's "Me and Mr. Jones" for your blind audition song instead of a Whitney Houston song?
Well, it was tricky because in the process, you don't know where you're gonna end up. And just being a viewer from the show, not being a participant, we didn't know about all the stages that you had to go through 4 rounds to get to the blind audition, and it's like a maybe type thing. So I'm thinking coming in, I love Whitney, but I need to save that song for later down, like towards finale or something else like that, just because it's really big and got people probably. And this is the thing I've been hearing a lot. People don't expect me to sound how I sound. I know I got a high voice, I know and everything. Like, I know, but like singing, the people are not used to it, so I wanted to save it. But with Amy Winehouse song, I still wanted to show diversity, that I'm a well-rounded artist. And keeping in mind my storyline, me starting out in the church and coming into this different type of music, I didn't want people to automatically think, oh, he's just churchy. No. But for me in the church, that's where I got the different elements of music, where I like to call it soul fusion. You know, soul being, the spirituality of the music, but the fusion being like the jazz, gospel, and all the other elements of music. So for me, it was trying to pick a song that had different elements. Amy Winehouse, she's a great artist, and this particular song had jazz elements, it had pop elements, it had different stuff where I can showcase myself and still be authentic to myself and represent the artist's song in the most respectful way.
Jeez, fantastic. I mean, he sounds like he's been. I mean, you said you're 26.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like an old established soul.
So old.
Like,
I'm so
old.
old.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So the blind audition, it's we actually put it on our Facebook page. So anyone that's listening, if you haven't seen it, go there, check it out after the show, of course. But you turned the chairs. Bam, bam, bam.
17 seconds to be exact.
Bam!
I'm just saying.
Yes.
And that was before Miley decided to do an all-female team.
Yeah.
And you expressed your love of Whitney, and Jennifer Hudson obviously expressed her similarities to you and her background. When you're standing up there on that stage and they're saying, okay, who are you going to pick? Like, did Blake Shelton have a chance in hell?
You never, that's the thing, like, you never know these things coming, and like, I was already pooping bricks, coming up on the stage, like, the hard kind, cement. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. My thing is, I'm just here to sing, all right? So afterwards, it's so much anxiety you worrying about getting up there and making your cue, So then when after that, you worried about them turning around. When they turn around, you worry about just making it through the song without panicking. And then at that point, you kind of like, you have an idea. Even if you do, it's whoever speaks to your heart at that time and in that moment. Kind of like everybody gonna say something good, but who do you really connect with that's not gonna get tired of you moving down the competition? But listen, I will say, because I wasn't expecting Blake country royalty to even turn around for me. So it's kind of like, for him to say out of everybody, you're making it to the finale shows and you deserve to win. What? You said this to me? Pimpin'. So you keep playing with me, and I was almost there, but then you got to think about it. Although it's a competition for the voice, it's still strategic. It's a competition, so their moving is you got to be moving as swift as they moving, and just think 10 times ahead. Of course, what kind of coach do you want to have? Somebody that's really going to believe in? I believe that all of them really did genuinely like me, but it was just something about Jennifer, our connection, and then. Our stories are similar, not just starting up in the church, but she did American Idol, didn't win. I did the show Sunday's Best and didn't win. But she came out with an Oscar and working off our first movie with Beyonce, Jamie Foxx, all-star cast to win a Grammy presented to her by Whitney Houston. So I'm looking for my Oscar and my Grammy right after this show. Win or lose, you know what I'm saying? She watching her as a kid let me know that it was really possible and that I can do it. So absolutely, I had to pick her. Although Adam, I do love him. He stood up the whole time. I was standing right there. Molly was like, I had my own style of singing in my own personal style. So, I mean, everybody had great things to say, but it was just something about Jennifer.
Yeah, she's hot.
Said, yeah, let me write that up. And you just won your season in the UK. They're going to be looking at your team. So I need to be your star player.
That's what's up. I mean, it has to be a really amazing feeling to, I mean, you say Adam and Miley and Blake and J Hud, for them to, you know, sing these praises about you and be like, I mean, I would have just passed out.
I was
personally.
trying not to, but I was worried about being a gift on somebody's Instagram or something like that. I just knew, like, if I did the ugly cry, it was enough that I was holding myself crying, but I'm like, oh, I'm about to be somebody's gift. I'm about to be on somebody's meme. It's not about to happen. So I had to contain myself, so I was holding myself like, don't lose it right now. I wanted to run around that place. Because I don't know, and I guess I've sung in front of bigger crowds and overseas in Italy, but in that moment, to see, like, Grammy Award, real industry people appreciate you and not be ashamed to say how great you are and let you know how great you are.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and that's how they are in real life, meeting with these people and being around them. It's not given, I'm better than you. I got you know, awards and I've done movies. No, especially with my coach Jennifer, it's giving like real relationship. She's not afraid to tell me, hey, I feel like when I'm coming in here, I'm learning from you. Absolutely.
Holy crap!
You saying this? I'm like, yo, you be doing Broadway and all this other stuff. You saying this to me? Well, fine, let America see it. But that's the thing. She's humble. She's humble enough to say it, you know, and that's really amazing. So I believe I made the right choice. I know I made the right choice.
That's what's up. Eric, how many minutes we got? Oh, okay, I knew it was coming. All right, look, you guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to continue to chop it up with Dave on when we come back. Just a bit outside on Monday night. Mark, Dave on with the awesome hair. Kescia.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream is white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died, like in one of those books, like a fairy tale book. Trump, we'll get to you in a moment. Meet with all these black folk in one room, and they just fell for it. Like, he must have been giving out $100 bills behind them.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that building.
So you just shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside. We're having a blast, obviously.
Oh, we right here.
Yes.
Oh, y'all didn't even tell me whole time. We did the first whole segment. Hello. I'm a professional.
Go ahead.
Right before we came back from break, Davon gave us like an ultimate compliment. Said that of the interviews he's done today, this is the most live.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know because I'm gonna say more live. But this has been the most lit. But for my Baltimore people, not Baltimore, my Baltimore people, this has been the most lit interview I've been to today. Like they've been amazing already. We just made it past the first segment. It looks amazing in here. Real high tech, stuff up in here. So it's amazing. But you're not in your free time. If you don't have free time, always tune in to BeExposedRadio.com.
I know that's right. He is a professional.
On the commercials.
Right, Monty, you hear that? You see what we did for you, boo? Okay.
All for you.
All right, so we're going to round the interview out like we did with Nick. We have the Just a Bit Outside Fave 5, where we give our guests a category and they give us our favorite 5 on the topic. So, what 5 musical artists do you have in rotation right now?
Whitney Houston, Jasmine Sullivan, Kim Burrell, Donny Hathaway, Ella Fitzgerald.
That's a record.
Right,
That's a record.
Right. And he did not say, oh, that's so hard. Everybody comes in and says that. And that is like the perfect segue to what we are about to do next. You guys, we are going to play a little game. We are going to play the Finish That Lyric Sing-Along game. We're going to have to come up with a better name for that shit.
Sing along.
Okay. So what I am going to do is I am going to start off a lyric, and Davon, with his awesome hair and awesome voice, is going to finish that lyric. So let me just take a quick drink here.
Yeah, let's get our sip on because we got to be prepared for the vocal. I ain't even open mine. Cotton mouth. It's dry, y'all.
Oh, God, I'm so nervous. Okay.
We'll get into these vocals. Come on, you ready?
Yes, I am so ready. All right, so the first song. Hey, you know what to do. Okay, so here we go. First song. Share my life. Take me for what I am.
'Cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Bam! 1 point.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
1 point.
Yes. Okay, and that is, of course, Whitney Houston. I Have Nothing, from one of your favorite movies.
The Bodyguard soundtrack.
Yes.
The 1990s.
Yes. Okay. All right, so he's got 1 point. Second song. Okay. God. All right, here we go. There's a boy.
Say.
He's the one I dream of.
Looks into my eyes. Take me to the clouds above.
Okay, that was Whitney Houston. How will I know?
This is so lit. I'm sorry. This is interview so lit. Okay, keep going.
So that does it for the Whitney Hutton portion. We are going to move on to another one of your favorite artists. Okay, it's gonna get progressively tougher as we go along. So, all right. So here's the next song. I played the fool before, stared at the sun till it burned out my eyesight. Oh, did I stump you? Life of a man must move on.
You said this one from my favorite artist?
Bilal.
Oh, crap. I like the singles.
All for Love. Eric, he missed it.
I like the singles. I'm sorry. Bilal, I do love you. I like the singles.
Okay, you still got 2 plays. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh my God, this is going to be the hardest one for me. Oh, Jesus. All right. You did me wrong. For the last time. And I took so much from you, baby.
Yeah. You really crossed the line. You know I ain't back for nothing. I told my mama that I told my cousin, and they never liked you from the beginning. So listen, I'm getting now. We're starting it. We are starting it. We are the R&B
Yes.
or something. I don't know what we are, but we doing it. We making money out here. Money.
Money moves. All right, so that was Jasmine Sullivan and her song 10 Seconds. Okay, so he is 3 out of 4. I mean, he's making moves. So this is the last one, and this might be my favorite one.
Do I get a prize if I win?
We can give you a Coke and a smile.
I'll do that. I'll take the Coke.
Okay.
As in Coca-Cola, y'all. As in Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, Coca-Cola, y'all.
Because some of y'all take that and run TMZ. They were from The Voice. Nah, bro. Coca-Cola. Pepsi products. Won't get me.
All right. So the last song. Here we go. The closer I get to you.
You know I wrote this song.
The more you make me see by giving me all you got. Your love has captured me.
Should I sing it like Luther?
Go.
Over and over again, I try to tell myself that we could never be more than friends. I love that song.
So there you have it. Davon went 4 for 5, and we had a good time singing along. We got to do this again for real.
I look good on y'all camera right there. Boom.
You did.
I'm sorry. I got.
Share the link. You can watch the show all week.
Watch it all week. Can y'all share the link for the people that's watching all over the world?
Yeah, we definitely gonna share the link. You know, this will be up all week for you to come back and watch me sing along with Davon at your viewing pleasure.
Let's just say it on YouTube and on Facebook. Just search Just a Bit Outside Radio Show. Make sure you put the radio show on because it'll come up with all kinds of other clips. Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, and you can pull it up all week. Give us the views.
Oh, I love you guys.
Yep. So that just about does it, you guys. Davon is on NBC's The Voice. It is going on right now.
It sure is. Tune in right now, guys. NBC
Tune
is
in
on
right now. And he's also going to be on there, tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
I can't say when, but what I can say is this.
It comes on, the show comes on tomorrow.
Yep, Mondays and Tuesdays.
So, make sure you tune in. Davon, thank you so much for coming through, man. And cutting up with us. We truly hope that you will come back.
Whenever y'all need me, I'm so here. You guys are family now.
Yes. See, this is what we're talking about.
Early, before you blow up and stuff like that.
Yes, I love it. Hey, you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to have Joe and Bryant, football coaches from Mount St. Joseph High School. Peace.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. And we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange Every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Live on BigExposeRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Our topic tonight is Spirit of Thanksgiving. And I have in the studio with me my husband, Titus James. Woo!
Titus. Hello.
Titus James. Titus.
We up here.
This man.
We like off the chain because we not, it's right before. I can say it's right before a holiday. Nobody, when you at work, nobody's. Everybody's thinking about that plate they're gonna get and their take-home plate.
Right now, people are mapping out their the logistics of like the houses that you go to, because there are some houses that you go to for breakfast in the morning.
Right.
That's just me.
Right.
And then there are houses that you go to early. Like Brandy Mom, she likes to get you in there early, so that's like 3 o'clock.
That's early.
Yeah, that's early.
For some people,
but
her aunt and uncle, they have Thanksgiving at 12 noon.
So
yes.
getting brunch.
Yes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Last segment we just finished up with Davon Fleming of NBC's The Voice, and that was just so much fun. We appreciate Davon and NBC for him coming in, and we definitely look forward to working with him in the future. But now we're going to switch gears back into the sports world. We have from Mount St. Joe's
football
teams.
Joe Jenkins and Brian Jones in the building.
What's going on?
MSJ.
What's going on?
MSJ, stand up.
All right.
How y'all doing tonight? All right. I mean, we are totally lit and live in here, as y'all can see offline. Yeah. They're taking pictures with Davon, chopping it up. I mean, we having a good old time in the studio tonight, y'all. No doubt. So we're gonna get right into the interview. Fellas, how did you become part of Mount St. Joe's coaching staff?
Well, I've been a part of the St. Joe community for a long time.
Yes, sir.
I went to school there. I graduated in 2001. After college, I came home one day, and the principal at the time and the head coach at the time was sitting out front in the circle grilling. So I stopped. I was going to work out, and I asked them, how everything was going. And they said, "Hey, man, you interested in coaching?" And I volunteered that first year, and I've been doing it ever since. So Here we are today.
That's what's up. How about you, Bryant?
On mine, I was at Loyola Blakefield for 4 years prior before I came there. I actually kind of separated myself from Blakefield. At the time, I had got a phone call. It was Coach Rich. Gave me a call, asked me to come through, check him out for an interview. Came through. Wound up being part of the family, say March. March was my first time getting there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just got there.
And you said you came from Loyola Blakefield. That's funny because we just had a guest phone. Did you see that?
Yeah.
We just had one of the football coaches from Loyola Blakefield come on. What was there like a transition period for you from going from Loyola to St. Joe, or what were some of the differences that you experienced?
I say at least just the offense is my OC.
Okay.
OC. So getting adapted to the offense. More Blakefield run that air raid, so it's more high pace, fast tempo, all at the same time. So it was basically getting adapted to the offense. Different kids, you got different type of kids from Loyola to Mount St. Joe. That's all.
Okay.
Prior to your coaching careers, can you guys share with us your playing careers?
Well, again, I played at St. Joe. I was a 3-year letter winner of varsity. My junior year, I was Super 22 Maryland, one of the top juniors in Maryland. I was all conference as a senior. Played running back as a captain. I went on to Randolph-Macon College down in Virginia. Played there for 4 years. Was a captain my senior year. Actually was top 10 in the nation in kick returns. After that, I thought about trying to keep going, but sometimes your body lets you know when it's time to hang it up, and it just things kind of fell into place for me with the coaching thing. It was the closest thing you can do to actually playing still, and you can put all that energy into getting kids in the right positions to be successful. So
Fantastic.
My story a little bit different.
Go ahead.
My story's a little bit different. So I played 4 years Milford Mill High Academy. Once I got there, I came. Once I graduated from there, I wound up going to West Virginia State, little D2 school. Ran into a little bit of problems. Came back home, worked, and I looked at coaching. I got my experience towards the kids would be totally different because I didn't wind up finishing my whole 4 year. I only played 2. So I take a whole different outlook towards my approach to kids.
Sure. What has been the toughest game thus far of the season for you guys? Y'all laugh up. Oh.
So Calvert Hall, it didn't go well.
Yes.
Y'all just calling up all our former guests. Hey, Donald, Frank, I know y'all watching, yo.
It is what it is. Some days you can show up, but it's funny because, teams that we've beat them.
Yeah.
So it's just any given day you show up, and the team that we are and that we are known to be just did show up that day. That was a long Friday night.
That was good. That was good. Good answer. That was good.
That was a nice PC answer. Very well. Spoken like a real coach under pressure.
I didn't feel that way at the game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Headphones were thrown.
Oh, geez.
We up in the booth, so it's like the people in the stands are right there. It got a little intense, but again, it's worse. It's the worst day, and it can only get better from there.
And I mean, tough losses come with the territory, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
it's one of the most competitive conferences in the country. Top to bottom, out of the 6 teams, 5 started the season in the top 10 in the state. So, that's saying a lot about the competition that we play against every day.
Definitely got to bring your A game every week. Every week, you got to bring your A game. You got to be focused as a coach, getting the kids prepared for what's going on for that week.
Absolutely. So, we want to give you guys the chance, like the platform, to talk about your players. Tell me, give me an idea of what players have been performing well. Do you have any players this year that kind of is having like a breakout season? Just talk about your team a little bit.
We got
I'll say start off straight with Billy. He's
Go for it. Make sure you give the last name as well. So
Billy Atkins.
Okay.
He's
Atkins.
He stepped in. What was it? Second game.
First game.
First game of the season. He's a freshman, 14, 15-year-old kid running an air raid offense that consists of mostly passing, reading defenses, coverages. I mean, it's pretty impressive for him to be that young running that offense. But and we throw a lot at him. At one time, so he got to stay focused and he keep his poise. He's in the pocket. He gonna get raggled. I mean, he's definitely a cool young guy to be 14 running that offense and putting us in the position we in now.
Hey, hold on. We got a quick comment. I have a friend of mine, Asia, who is a big 49er fan. I am so sorry about that. She says maybe the Niners need y'all's help.
I'll wait for the phone to ring.
Right.
Now, our resident music man, Mike McMillan, DJ Delight, right before that, he asked maybe if you all can give the Ravens some help.
I'll wait for the phone to ring.
Wait for the phone call. Wait for the phone call.
That's all, 'cause, I mean, I give them all the help they need. You know, just give me a call. I mean, I'm probably giving unsolicited advice every Sunday. It's like I'm talking to the TV, like, man,
Hey.
run this.
Hey, dog, you ain't the only one.
Right.
I think everybody, especially this last damn game. I mean, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yo, we'll talk about that in a quick second. You got a couple of shout out here. Yo, my father, it says Joe, what's up?
Hey,
So that's the
Jimmy.
camera over there.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up, man?
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
been?
And Melody D, my favorite Who Dat fan. She says, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Hey,
And
what's
she's
up,
all the way
what's up,
down
what's
to
up?
Big Easy in New
yeah.
Orleans.
Wow,
So,
that's what's up. That's what's
make
up.
sure y'all show her some love as
Appreciate
well.
love.
Appreciate that.
Let's continue on with the interview. We're going to round it out with our Just a Bit Outside Fave 5. So we're going to start with Bryant. What 5 musical artists do you have in row? He was looking at me like, I was about to ask you for serious. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see this, but he had what the hell is she about to ask me face? Dog, all I want to know is, what 5 musical artists do you have in rotation right now?
Was it NBA YoungBoy?
Okay.
Yeah, NBA YoungBoy. Who else I got? Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti.
Lil Wayne. Jay. I stay with the J in there. And J. Cole.
J. Cole, love it.
Yeah,
Love
definitely,
it.
definitely.
He's one of my favorites right now.
Yeah, he is.
All right, Joe, how about you?
So I'm pretty loyal to what it used to be back in the day. I'm a straight up Rick Ross guy. Rick Ross, Jeezy, you know, Jigga, of course, Nas, and then the last one is a little bit. It depends on the mood I'm in, but y'all don't laugh. Project Pat, man.
I got
Project Pat. I'm driving down the street ready for the game. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Hey, Project Pat, that's good for game time ready. Game time ready. All right. Well, since we got our football coaches in the building, we're gonna talk about the NFL, you guys. When we had the baseball season, when we went in full effect with baseball, we did a thing called Who's Hot and Who's Not. I kind of want to carry that on to the NFL season, but we're going to change it up a little bit. Instead of saying who's hot and who's not, we're going to say who came through, all right, and who is booty huff. All right, so we're going to start off with who came through this week for the NFL. Mark, if you could kick it off for us, who do you have for who came through?
Who came through? I have so far 6 games in the season. The Eagles, they're 5-1. They've been looking really strong, and now with Rodgers out, they're kind of the top team in the NFC.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Carson Wentz has been playing really good, and their defense has been, pretty good as well. So
13 TDs, only 3 interceptions.
Yeah. And what is this, like his third year?
Third year.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing a hell of a lot better than Joe Flacco. Joe, who came through this week in the NFL?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I hate to say it.
Uh-oh.
I hate to say it.
Oh, Lord, don't say it. I know what you're about to say.
I gotta say it. Steelers came.
I knew it. I
can't stand the Steelers. I can't stand
Hey, you guys, we're going to end the segment right now. No,
but you know what? Sometimes I think when you look at the games from a purely X's and O's standpoint, and then kind of what's to be expected and what's needed from the teams, you kind of can, like I said, you got to put it aside a little bit, and just they kind of impressed me. They was slumping a little bit. The offense kind of came together. They still got a little ways to go, and they're still gonna have some pouting receivers and all of that stuff. But when they put people in the right position to get it done, man, they're pretty hard to beat.
Okay, Bryant, who's your choice for who came through this week?
I like Houston.
Okay, yeah, we spent a lot of
time.
Yes,
Watson.
yes, he is a beast.
Woo! How many people passed up on him in the draft?
Oh,
that boy is balling
how many
right
people
now.
are crying right now? Because
Right,
they passed up
right,
on him in the draft.
Right. They got a couple. They got a couple injuries on defense. But their offense is definitely high power. Like I'm an offensive guy all day. You know what I mean? And I like him a lot. He brings a whole different atmosphere to the game for Houston. They never had an offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's pretty safe to say that he's got Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, sold up.
Lined up, sewn up. I mean, I think the 5 touchdowns that he had 2 weeks ago pretty much sealed the deal.
Yes,
Record-breaking performance right
yes, it is.
Okay, so it's my turn for who came through. Melody D. I promised you I would give y'all the shout out. My team for who came through is the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that they were able to beat Detroit yesterday, and the offense is looking good. And surprisingly, a team that had like zero defense last year, they've been coming through as well. So Melody, there you go. There's your shout out for the Who Dat Nation. New Orleans Saints, they came through. So let's go to the other side of the coin. Who is a Booty Huff? Mark, who's Booty Huff this week?
NFL Instant Replay.
Woo.
Okay.
The Jets. They got robbed on that touchdown.
Yeah. Definitely.
And every replay you look at, it doesn't look like he bobbled it at all. But the ref ruled that it was a bobble, and then it bobbled again and fumbled out of bounds, and ended up being a turnover touchback for the Patriots. Patriots going to win that game. The Jets were like right there. That would have brought them right back in the game, and maybe they could have beat
They get
them.
lucky all the time. They say it's better to be lucky than good sometimes. So whatever.
Do you think that replay review, is that did it have some Patriots influence on that, man? I mean, come on. I mean, that was just so horrible.
Right.
I mean, that was just so blatantly wrong.
Who's paying you?
Right.
There wasn't even enough to say. I mean, it was ruled on the field a touchdown.
Right.
And
they should have never overturned it in the first place.
The rule is there has to be enough evidence to overturn. There wasn't even anything to question it.
Right. Nope. Man, I think that might be a whole nother thing. The refs themselves might be Booty Huff.
That's fine. That's what we do, baby. So Bryant, who's your booty? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right. Hold that thought, brother. Hey, we're not don't go anywhere. When we come back, everybody's gonna give the rest of their Booty Huff picks. And damn, the show's almost over. We're gonna round this thing out, baby. Just a bit outside. Joe, Mark, Bryant, Kescia, Shannon, but y'all can't see her. Don't go nowhere.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, but fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. and you know, we don't want to say, oh, we don't know all the details behind what happened. We don't know. The fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. You know, they deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here.
I got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice. It's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was...
that rubbing alcohol. What brand?
Back then I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and
the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I loved it.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Sit Outside. It is the home stretch, the final segment, and it has been one hell of a night.
Hell yeah.
On our new earlier time. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for remembering to be here early. Real quick, baseball, Yankees are up 3-0.
What?
Ah.
Who's pitching tonight? CC Sabathia. I think he is.
You got to ask the questions that don't come up.
No, it is. I already know it is. It's CC Sabathia on the line.
And in Monday Night Football, it's tied up 3-3.
Okay, but we're probably in the second quarter, right?
And even though you shouted out the Saints, Melody still questioned 52 points of luck.
All right, you guys. When we left off, we were giving our booty huff picks for the week, and we left off with Bryant. So, who's your booty huffer for the week?
I'm going to say it. Them Ravens.
And I believe Joe wants to double down on that one.
Absolutely. Consider it done. Consider it done, man.
So please, expound upon.
Me personally, I just think we need to get rid of Flacco. Flacco, he's not getting it done. He's not getting it done. He's not. He's his I don't know if the game moving too fast or maybe he got back problems, but right now he's just not making it work for us. We need some young meat in there to get this ball rolling.
I mean, dare I say it? Is it mallet time? I mean, mallet really isn't that much better.
He's not. Yeah, he's not cut above anything over there. It's just right now they just need. I mean, like you said, Flacco, man. I always try to give him the benefit of the doubt, because it's like. First, they didn't have a lot of pieces around them. Then they went out, got all these receivers. Mm-hmm. But now, some of the receivers, they can't get them the ball, they complain. Then you get them the ball, and they drop.
Drop the ball, yeah.
And then when you get back there, they get a good play dialed up, they don't block for them. So it's just so many different facets of the game for them that's just... Justin Tucker, all right, though.
Yeah, he a man.
Okay, now that brings me to my next point. And this is why I'm saying that the Ravens are booty huff. So I did miss the game yesterday, but I was able to watch some highlights. At the end of the game, okay, it was the end of regulation. I think they only needed 10 yards to get the field goal for Justin Tucker.
Right.
You know, whose fault was that? Was that Joe Flacco's fault or was that Harbaugh's fault? I'm calling for Harbaugh to get the hell up out of here too.
I think it's a combination of both. Yeah. It's a combination of both. And sometimes when you're loyal to a fault, you allow things to kind of get out of you, beyond your control. You keep Flacco and you let him make decisions instead of saying, look, man, if you don't throw it to this guy on this play, we know he's going to be open. You throw it to him, I'm pulling you out the game. Sometimes you got to do that.
Even so with that drive, like you said, we only need like what 10 yards of
10
field
yards,
goal.
10
We throw it in the
yards.
middle of the field with 10 seconds left. Like it's just like poor ball placement. You get what I'm saying? Like come on.
Really the whole season. Like
It-
it's
And we have the best, field goal kicker in the NFL.
Yeah, in the world. You might look in the
You know what I'm
world.
saying?
Craig.
You got the only guy out there that's really scoring the points for the Ravens,
Mhm.
and you didn't even give him a chance. So I've been questioning, I've been questioning John all season. I think that he's a great special teams mind, coach, but not all special teams coaches, not all offensive coordinators, not all defensive coordinators are made and cut out to be a head coach.
Sure.
Sure. And it seems like ever since Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and that whole defensive core left, I feel like the Ravens kind of have been exposed, and more so John Harbaugh as well, because he's made some questionable calls in the past.
Like the defense that they run, sometimes it gets to that point where if you don't have those 3 down linemen that we used to have the Goose and Sam Adams and those guys used to be able to shield Ray Lewis and allow him to come and make all those plays.
Mhm.
Now we have way more athletic linebackers, but we don't have that beef in the middle that we need to be able to shield those guys. So
Right.
now, like you said, they're getting exposed in pass coverage and it's
Mhm.
killing us.
Mhm.
We can't stop them. We became a stifling defense, and then we became a bend but don't break defense.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you can't score points, you can't be a bend but don't break defense. You got to score points. If you can't score points, giving up 10, 20 points a game is not going to win you no games.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, how do you lose? Not only do you lose to a winless team, but you also lost to a rookie quarterback. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Trubisky's numbers were better than Joe Flacco's, were they not?
Yeah, but you got to think about it too. They didn't really do nothing crazy to put him in a situation to make him play as a rookie.
That's good coaching.
Yeah, that's great coaching. That's great coaching. Yeah, they ran the ball well.
Yeah.
Through regulation, Trubisky only had 6 completions.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't let him throw. They went with the run a lot.
Yeah, and the run was working.
That's all you need.
But to defend Flacco a little bit, those interceptions were not on him. Those were deflections. And
This
that
time.
and that hit on Perriman.
Oh, yeah.
Last I knew, he was still under the concussion protocol. I don't know. Perriman, I think we can just say he's a bust by now.
Yeah.
I gave him quite a few years.
Right.
Shots fired, that's what we do.
Yeah, but I think eventually, like you were saying about being a head coach is tough because you have to pick and choose. Like when they got rid of Cam Cameron, everybody thought that, get rid of Cam Cameron, that's the best thing you could do. You bring in a guy who's calling the same exact plays. And it's like they were together on the staff together. You didn't bring in anybody fresh from the outside there with a new perspective on things. So it's still going to be a little stagnant. And I think once you may have to clean house, even if he stays on as head coach.
I'm all for it.
You keep him as head coach.
My-
You got to
Get
bring
them
in
all
new
out of
guys.
there. All of them, get them out of there.
But my question is this: I'm gonna piggyback off what you said.
Okay.
If we had Ray, we had Ed, how much coaching really was Harbaugh doing?
I don't think he was doing much of any.
Right. You
To
got
be
two. You
honest
got
with
2
you.
studs out. You got 2 studs, veteran ball players. They probably basically was coaching everybody up. You know what I mean? It's only so much you can do. You got 2 leaders. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So we have Miami on deck, right? That's our next game, I believe. What do you think our chances are of is Jay Cutler still QB? And I think he is.
Yeah.
So this is my
They just beat the Falcons.
Right.
This is my thing though. Jay Cutler's terrible. He's terrible. And the fact that you would go and get a guy who is a known selfish type player who really has never really won anything, and you go get him off the couch and give him $10 million to come and help you, it's like, what did you expect? This guy's like, I'm not trying to get hurt. It's like, I just came to get the money. Like, I ain't trying to get hurt. And so if we can't beat up on this guy, we can't beat them. I might just phone it in the rest of the year. I might not watch the Ravens.
Jay Cutler might have that breakout game on his watch.
Hey. So what do you? So Joe, what do you think the percentage chance is of the Ravens winning against Miami on
This
Sunday?
week? I'm hoping that they playing angry. I'm hoping that they can kind of see the error in their ways, and I'm gonna go with 60%.
All right, how about you, Bryant?
I'm like 50-50. I want to get.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 50-50. I'm not as
Yeah,
optimistic as
that was the truth.
Man,
though.
that's the truth, right? Hey, man.
The truth.
Mark, how about you?
I hate to say it, but 50-50 also.
All right, well, there you have it. That's the music, man. Time went by so quickly. I want to thank Nick Gill. I want to thank Davon Fleming. Y'all were awesome. I want to thank Joe. I want to thank Bryant for coming through tonight, man. We was all the way live. And you know we like to end our story on a good note. Do you ever feel good story?
Yeah. There's an MMA fighter, and now let me have the story up. But he was affected by the fires going on in California.
Sure.
So his fight coming up, UFC 218. If he wins the bonus, he's going to give it all to the fund to help people out over there. He won an Olympic gold medal, and I'll find the story and post it up on the page. That way you have the name and everything. But he actually lost his Olympic medal in the fire.
Damn.
He was staying at a hotel, had to jump out the second-story window to escape the flames.
Christ almighty. All right, well, there you have it, y'all. Hey, you know how we end this show? Baltimore, spread love, y'all. And in honor of the NBA season, I'm going to do the paper toss. Woo!
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.